And see, I can't even tell if I'm live or not. Okay. Well, somebody came on. Well, they turned off. Stop! That's enough. Each and every one of you, enough. Thank you. I'm glad that it's back. I went in and I changed phones and started over again. How are your new bunnies doing today? And I like their names. Oops. Log rolled. Ooh, a little close to the hair there. Is it still going, chick? Oh, good. Your mail is kind of squirrely? That's unusual. Usually they're pretty friendly. It took me a long time to win over Matilda. A long time. I seem to be doing pretty good with Penelope. But my Buck, he was super friendly from the beginning. Raj, I ended it because I wasn't getting Wi-Fi. So I went in and I got what I think is a better phone as far as getting signal. Because the other one, it was just buffering. And I wanted to have a campfire and see if you would. Phone is not the problem? Okay. And that life flight's just right over the hill. I can still hear it. Raj, is it hot there today? I'm gonna set the phone there. It's gonna be. I'm gonna put some more wood on it. I think it's gonna go now. That's awesome. Good night for a fire. Chick, just give your buck time. He'll tame down. When Matilda had her first litter, I went to check on that litter and she attacked me. I was so shocked. I didn't expect that. It shocked me. There goes Life Flight. When I pick up any of my rabbits, I hold on to their back legs. Okay. Yeah, Chick, when I pick up any of my rabbits, I will hold on to their back legs. Those back legs hurt. I was taught to do that when I was little, when I was a kid. Because I've, had bunnies for a long time. And I don't really pick them up. I don't think rabbits actually like to be picked up. I don't know, some might. I always want to pick them up though. They're so cuddly. Hi guys. Raj, you've been bugging me for a bonfire ever since I met you. She's doing well. I'm glad I was there because people came with oxygen and tanks and things like that for her, and she wouldn't have understood all of that. So I'm glad I was there for her. The goats are moving around and playing. Did you sleep good last night? Yeah, I did one because I knew you would like to see it. I like them. I like my fire ring. How you doing, Sweet Breeze? Did you come out to see what's going on? Don't get too close, Trixie. You don't want to catch on fire. Bowser. Raj, did you have fun milking the buffalo? Okay, take your time and enjoy your meal. Can hear all the frogs, the loons, and that. No, it's not cold at all. Bowser, shh. Hey, I'm gonna put you in the house. Be quiet. Settle down. Just be quiet. We had a burn ban on. We couldn't burn anything. And then it rained and it rained and it rained. So now we can have fires. I'm gonna put it down and add more wood. light. The cat's out here too. Jasper, you're such a cool kitty. Hanging out with us. Raj, I was planning on being home at 5 o'clock today, where I could get things set up for my live. But then Lori came home, and I really wanted to get out here and do my live, so I rushed. I can't do anything about that now, though, can I? I can't invite you. I wished I could. Want me to start it over? You want me to start it over? Or are you just saying okay? Yeah, there's moose. Moose and pine trees. Quit it, Breeze. You stop that. That's on you. I'm gonna go get my other chair so I can sit closer to the fire. So I'm gonna put this right here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my other chair where I can sit closer to the fire. Honey, can you believe? Does the fire feel good, honey? Okay, I think I'm actually gonna get a couple more logs to put on there. Because it's burning good and those are real dry. Somehow I worked out. Oops. All right. It's a good fire. Now that dog barks just about as much as you do. All right, I found two nice big logs, so this fire will burn for a while. Cool beans, we can sit out here and watch fire. Oh, smoke in the eye. I think I'm doing really good, Raj, and that's all because of you. Thank you. I'm hoping they will. Breeze has never been real comfortable with it. She'll lay down in the house. I have the door open so they can make their choice. It's always iffy if they'll go in, huh? And then they just freak out when you find them and try to put them in the coop. Okay, Raj, I'm done with the wood. Those new ones that I got, Uncle Bob, they've been on the pallets and stuff. I've come out after dark and gotten them and put them inside the coop. The little silky ones seem to be doing better than the uh, the Rockettes. The two that I got from the lady I work with. Um, they really don't want to go in the coop. I think that's more because one of them's a rooster. Yeah, it's always thrilling when they go in. You're like, yay! Congratulations, you found your home. Chickens can be pretty brutal to each other at nighttime when they're getting up on those roofs. Hi, pretty Breeze. Hi, baby. What did you have for breakfast, Raj? Do a campfire live once a week? Yes, sir, boss. I sure will. As long as there's no burn bans. Don't use any more wood. Yes, sir. Quit scolding me. I was done once I put those big logs on there. Tomorrow I'm going with Brenda to a big nursery, a big greenhouse. We gotta travel quite a ways to get there. I really like that greenhouse. What I like about that greenhouse is they have a variety of house plants in there. Raj, I've been telling everybody that she'd be having that baby the 1st of May. And I went in there to do documentation on something with her. She's not having that baby till the 1st of June. I feel like an idiot saying that. And I mean, I had it stuck in my head that she was having that baby on the 1st of May. But I clearly have it written down that it's the 1st of June. And I did the math. It's the 1st of June. So not much longer. I know, I feel dumb. We all make mistakes, though. Yep, 1 month extended. That's all right. I'll be good and ready. The sky's pretty. Can you hear all of the frogs? How many eggs have you been getting? Yes. Yes, Uncle Bob, I have. And I'm super excited about it. I can't wait to make cheese. And I can't wait to have my own milk. I enjoy goat's milk. 2, so now you got 3 that are technically laying, Raj? Oh, that's awesome. Cool. So that's 9 eggs. Uncle Bob, I don't have my glasses. Is that a good smiley or a yucky one? Oh, now I see it. That's a good smiley. Yes. Stephanie makes goat cheese, and her cheese is so good. I love to get a savory cracker and sit down with Stephanie's goat cheese. She's gonna have to show me how to make it. Drooling. Yes. You're gonna get her to go broody? Raj, how many eggs do you want to let her hatch out? There's a place I go, they have a chipotle honey goat cheese. It is, oh, it's so good. It depends on the hen as to how many eggs you put under them. Yeah, it's good. Really good. Some 10 eggs. Some only 2. I have 5 duck eggs underneath a bantam hen. She's doing good at keeping them warm and stuff. You gave her 5? Now yours'll be barnyard, right, Uncle Bob? I want to see Raj's when they're chicks. Those chickens have the longest legs. Your smaller hens do better at being a mother. Okay, Uncle. When I went to the swap meet and I saw those 3 silky, they're just barnyard mixes, silky cross hens, and he told me they were laying, and I got them for 35 bucks. I was I grabbed him because I was like, that's what I could just be breeding in my own yard. But this year, I am not going to do chicks. I am going to do ducklings. So when you have a broody hen and she's either setting or has hatched them out, they call them a Desi hen? Huh. The ducks are so messy. So messy. Today I was out there and I was looking and I'm like, my chickens don't have one bit of fresh water. And I think it was you that suggested like those little nipple waterers, and I'm going to invest in those for the chickens. I don't think they'll work for the winter. I think they'll freeze. But in the summer, the chickens need some way to get fresh. Oh, Bowser, wait, that stick is connected to my leg. Thank you. Now you can have it. I love having the ducks in the yard. They're like old men out there telling dirty jokes all day. And sometimes those jokes are pretty good. Okay, you can stop or I'm going to put you in the house. Trixie May, you can stop or I'll put you both in the house. Just chill out. There's a dog up the road just going nuts, and he's communicating with that guy. They have poor manners. It goes on a lot at night. They're just brothers from another mother. Bowser, I'm going to put you in the house enough. Be quiet. I'd like to hear the frogs and the loons. I don't know what has happened, but I'm grateful that it has happened. There are swans everywhere. And I mean, I think since I've been here, I've seen about 5 pairs of swans. And in the last 2 years, hundreds of them. Hundreds. I am so grateful to see them. They're so beautiful. And it's strange, there's like just little ponds out in the farm fields and stuff. And tonight I had to go get hay, and she lives out in the middle of nowhere. Well, I said, we got all that rain. There were swans in every field. I couldn't believe it. I must have seen at least 100 pairs of swan. And I keep wondering where they're coming from. I saw a lot of them stayed this winter. It is nice. They're a beautiful bird. I hope they do. I hope they have lots of babies up here. Last year in the fall, I do have a short of it. There were a bunch of swans on the river, and they still had, I'm not sure what you call their baby. A swanling is what I'll say. But they had a baby, and I know it was because it wasn't white. It was still grayish, dark gray. Takes me a while to get used to all the traffic because I don't sit outside in the wintertime. And it's a Friday night and it's nice. So everybody's uptown. Eating and drinking. Raj, that's what my state is known for. is, is cheese and alcohol. Okay, be quiet. When you bark quiet. There you go. Use your indoor voice. Nope, indoor voice. If you had fun when you milked the buffalo. And is my life still going? Stop. Look, if you guys are going to keep that up, I'm going to put you in the house. Leave my cats alone. And you, Breeze, just lay down. Lay down. Be a good girl. Well, hi, BK. How are you? Yep, I'm keeping warm. Hey, BK, where you from? No, I'm sorry. I don't give out blues. I have my moderators. Thank you. I'm glad you came to my live. Keep joining. We're just chilling tonight. Cool beans. Glad you're here. It's a nice Friday night. Look. Shh. Oh, I hope you're having a good dinner. It's the United States. You must be on the East Coast. This sounds very good, chick. I'll be right there. I hope you have leftovers. Hi, Breeze. Oh, hi, Jasper. My kitty came out. Hi, sweet boy. Oh, off he goes. What, Breeze? You're okay. Did I quit petting you? Oh, go. Go lay down. You can go in the house if you want, honey. You can go in the house. What is it? I'm just not giving you enough attention. I'm in the United States, and I'm good. Are you good? You said you were from the United States, and by it being 11 o'clock, I'd say you're on the East Coast. You have to be on the East Coast. BK, what do you do? I have a small homestead and I'm a home health nurse. What do you do? No, I'm not in either one of those places. Not even close. Hey Kirby, how are you? Alright, I've had enough of him barking. I'm gonna go slap him up. Oh wait, shh. Shh. Coyotes. Shh. You guys hear it? Not cool. The farmer across the streets, they're dropping calves right now. I am gonna put this down and I'm gonna go call my neighbor. There's coyotes in his field and his calves they're just dropping babies. I'll be right back. He was already out there. Wow. All right. That was kind of intense. He's going to be worked out, and I'm not going to put him in the house because he just heard coyotes. I need him to know what that is. I need him to document it in his brain. He's going to be intense for a few minutes. Okay, I went into the house and I was going to pick up my other phone to call Kramer across the street, and when I looked through the window, he was already out there. I could see the flashlight. I was like, holy shit. Oh, excuse me. Holy poo. He was right on that. And there were no shots taken, so those coyotes scattered. I don't know about anybody else, but that is the most eerily, to me, it's an eerie sound, but it's the most, I don't know, I can't turn away from the sound. It sends chills up my spine, but their sound is just so, I don't want to call it fascinating. Alluring? Luring? I don't know. But with Bowser around, I don't get to hear him bark and stuff like I used to. Yeah, he is a good dog, good guard dog. That's what he was bred for. It is probably about 50 degrees. It's warm enough. I don't have a coat on. I just have my hoodie. Bowser, you did good, buddy. The guy across the street, Kirby, if you're still there, the guy across the street, I looked. I'm always fascinated when they're calving over there. He's got one white baby, just pure white baby. It stands out in that field. Come here, Bowser. Good job, bud. It's about 50 degrees. I'll see if I can't get a zoom in on it out there. It really stands out. He's got some pretty cattle, though. I guess you would call it a blue. They're like blue and white. It's got a lot of those. I'm not sure if that's the correct term, but it's not gray. It's like a blue. They're really pretty. He's the only person around here I've ever seen have cattle that look like that. Well, you can't see it because it's dark, but right over there is my hammock. Well, Raj, earlier you told me I put too much wood on it. Now you're telling me not to let the... You're right, though. I need to put another log or two on it. Okay, I'm not going to carry the phone because it might disconnect. I'm just going to put it right there. And I don't know what you're seeing. There. Put the phone there. Okay, you can settle down now, buddy. I am completely aware that there were coyotes over there. Oh my. Okay. No, I'm not going to tell you to because they could be moving through the Yo, I'm going to be right back and I'm going to let him get into the chicken yard and stuff so he can run those fence lines. That's kind of what he wants to do, but I want him to. Come here, bud. coming? I need a stir is what I need. Oh, oh, all the smoke right in my face. There we go. No, come on. Take off. Ha ha ha. Oh, wow, I'm going back reading. There was a lot going on while I was doing that, huh? Okay. Shoot. The smoke's going right in my face. Oh, there she goes. I knew it. Ha ha. Well, I don't know exactly what you guys are talking about. Yeah, that's true. If smoke comes, mosquitoes go away. There, come on, burn. Everything's kind of wet, so I'm gonna keep searching over here for dry stuff. That freaks me out every time she does that. Maybelline or Nala will get up on their, I call it their goat perch. Oh, it's Maybelline this time. I'm gonna get some drier wood and put on there. Ha ha ha. Oh, that's not boys in their four-wheel drives on Friday night. All right, I found more stuff that'll burn. Okay, gotta move this way. I have solar lights all around my property. That's where the goats are. That's the chickens. And the ducks up there. And the rabbits are over there. They need new solar lights over there. Yep. That's exactly what I'm playing, Uncle Bob. You finally settled down, bud? It's okay, bud. It was intense enough to make you drool even, huh? That's all right. I'm gonna scooch back a little bit. My leg's getting a little warm. There. I have to help a friend that had surgery on his arm. I'm gonna go there Monday and he is gonna let me record. He has got the best garden setup I think I've ever seen. He has, you need to stop, settle down, or I'm gonna put you in the house now, okay? He lays down tarp, but he has underground, not underground, it's underneath all of the tarp here. But it's hoses, you know, that have holes in them, but it's not hoses, it's actual PVC piping. It's not hoses, it's a thinner PVC pipe. And it's all under those tarps. He never gets any weeds or anything. I'll show y'all. And he uses old boats and manure spreaders and stuff as his raised garden beds. He's got a cool garden, I think. No, I will make one. Yeah, it's impressive. The first time I went down to his garden, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. What a fantastic idea. Raj, to be honest with you, after the winter that I had, I bet we don't have very many mosquitoes. Okay, Kirby, what's the other, like, 99% then? If everybody just, if 1% is what everyone sees, is it more shorts and lives? Not like he does. Where Kirby lives, he's got lots of mosquitoes. Hi, Deepa, how are you? Hi, Breeze. Hi, sweetie. You're the one out here with me? Oh, I'm glad for that. Yeah. A lot of that stuff is really burning quick. He doesn't want to see the vegetables. He wants to see the sprinkler set up. No, I saw the strawberry shorts. Looks good to me. My rhubarb is starting to come up. I'm gonna get some more dry wood. All this is oak that fell from my trees. About 3, maybe 4 years ago, we had, man, that was a lot of snow. At one time, we got like 4 feet. Didn't have any power for days. We had to have Minnesota and Michigan come help us turn our power back on and stuff. Haha, she's going again, guys. He's right, Kirby, it works. Do you have a scarecrow, Kirby? Hey, that's enough. You do have a scarecrow? Okay. I'm gonna scoot back a little. Kirby, I saw a short the other day where you picked up a pretty long snake. What kind of snake? And he was acting like a rattlesnake. What was he? A chicken snake? Okay, guys. I'm gonna put Bowser in the house. Give me just a minute. I'll be right back. Hey, Bowser. much better. We have pine snake and just like gardener snakes. I have a gardener snake that there's a big oak tree right there with a hole in the bottom of it. That's where he winters. Kirby, you guys have cottonmouth, huh? By a cottonmouth? Oh, when I was young in college, we used to go to this big creek and we were jumping off of a rock down into the end of the creek. But I wasn't smart enough to do it. But some of the people that I was with always threw rocks and stuff into the creek to make sure that there were no snakes there. Now, I wasn't there when this happened, but a boy jumped off of that rock into the creek and he landed into a nest where they were, I want to say they're mating. It was a mating nest. He didn't live. They're aggressive. I've been out, in John boats and stuff, and they'll come up, especially if you're out at nighttime. They always made me kind of leery. You were picking vines and it got you on the finger. Were you sick for a long time? You're right, Raj. When I lived down south, things were a little bit different. Around here, when I walk my dogs in the woods and stuff, I have no problem walking around in my sandals or Jasper. Or, a pair of Crocs. You can't do that down in the south. It's different because of the snakes. Well, yes, sir. No, not everybody wants to. Oh, kitty. I love you. I bet you were to make sure your heart didn't stop. Your kidneys didn't fail. What is the rule, Kirby? Red on black. Safe from the heart attack. Black on red. Am I right? Is that how it goes? Uncle Bob, do you know? Red on black. I think it's red on black, safe from the heart attack. Black on red. What would it be, though? Oh. Shoot. You're a pain. Black touches red, you are dead. Okay. Red touches black, you're okay, Jack. Black touches red, you are dead. Okay. Oh, Bowser's barking at me. Imagine that. Come on, Jasper, please. Okay, okay, okay. Australia has lots of venomous things. Some of their insect world. No, thank you. I wouldn't want to be surprised by a spider like that. Hmm. There's a couple dogs up the way. They're barking and they're barking at the wood line. Things are active tonight. It rained last night. I was so surprised at how things had changed just overnight. The growth. You're not gonna you're not gonna leave me alone, are you? No one ever leaves me alone. Yes, I love you. I was by there today. I haven't been allowed to go back on that property, but I can walk on my friend's property by it. I don't I don't see any activity from the eagles. Now, a couple months ago it was pretty regularly that I saw them out on my walks, just soaring around. I'm sure they were hunting, but I haven't seen them, so I've been wondering if maybe they have baby eaglets up there. I'd love to know. But all the birds are really returning. There's lots of swan. My sandhill cranes are coming back. Man, the dogs are really, yeah, there's things in the woodlines tonight. Things are really active. It's not usually like that. It sounds like I live in a neighborhood right now. Just one went in, Uncle Bob. I wouldn't want to raise a snake as a pet. I think that's kind of cruel. They're not meant to be kept in a little tiny box. Those people that hunt snakes in Florida, that's, I like to watch that show. Well, what's the name of that? Oh, I don't know what the name of it is. Okay, okay, I'll sit back. You can just chill out, cat. Oh, now he's happy. But when I go inside, I would prefer you to go inside, okay? I don't want you cats out tonight. I heard all that ruckus going on, and now everybody is upset about it and carrying on, so you can come inside. I'll go to sleep, Raj. I'm gonna sit out here a little while longer, and then I'll go in and I'll eat something, and I'll take a shower, because I've got to go. Brenda and I are gonna go to a great big huge greenhouse tomorrow. And I'm excited about it. They have lots of house plants at this one. I'm not gonna, I might buy a house plant, maybe, depending upon prices. And if there's anything that says, take me home. But as far as flowers and vegetables and stuff, it's too early. I am not buying that stuff because all you do is bring it in and take it out. Bring it in and take it out. I don't have a heated greenhouse, so that's what ends up happening. And I feel like I waste my money because more than half of it dies. But a house plant, that's different. What kind of exotic house plants? I have something called an orchid cactus, and it puts off a fantastic bloom. And then when the bloom dies off, the seed will come, and the seed is real deep red, uh, blood red kind of. And you can eat it. It tastes like dragon fruit. That's my favorite house plant. It blooms every year for me. I will, Raj. I'm not guaranteeing it will be very good. I get kind of nervous about it because I don't want to show people. And a lot of places around here, they don't want you to film in there. Yep, that's a cow. A bonsai tree. They do bonsais in different fashions, different types of trees. I've had a ficus tree that was a bonsai tree, and I've had some sort of little evergreen that was a bonsai tree. That's the shape of it. You know how they'll shape it in the pot, and they kind of stunt the growth of it. Raj, I'm gonna plant flowers. I'm gonna plant sunflowers, and I'm gonna plant nasturtiums, and I'm gonna plant petunias and begonias and impatiens. I'm gonna plant my flowers and my marigolds. A lot of the flowers that I plant, I'll dry them. I'm going to attempt it this year. I'm going to dry them and use them. I'm going to make like a potpourri type thing to put in my chicken coop throughout the winter. It'll have marigolds and snapdragons and some basil and oregano. And I was thinking about maybe some rosemary in there too. And also, the chickens, they can scratch for that too. I know I need vegetables to eat. And yes, you can eat flowers. You can eat petunias and pansies. Nasturtiums are incredible. They're kind of peppery. You can eat flowers. Lots of flowers are edible. Okay, Jasper, get down. I'm going to stir it. Get down. Get down, big guy. Thank you, sir. I like my marigolds. I'm kind of old-fashioned. I like a lot of the older ones. My geraniums look really good. I'm going to grow black oil sunflowers, so I have them for my rabbits and my chickens and my ducks throughout the winter. They're really important for my rabbits in the wintertime. Okay, I'm going to put this down. I'm going to put a few more on there. And then that's about it. There you go, kitty kitty. I know one thing, having the fire out here will keep the coyotes away too. What did you find, kitty? Okay. There. Oh, I gotta put my hood up. It's getting kind of cold out here. What you after? I was warmer when you were on my lap, you know that? You might be right about this situation. So there's another swap meet coming up on May 9th, and then there's one at the end of May. It's the last Saturday in May. The one that comes the last Saturday in May, that's my favorite one to go to. But the one that's on the 9th, that's one I've been to a couple of times, and I've really enjoyed it. And there's a lot of rabbits at that one, a lot of rabbit people. I'd like to, I don't want to go to buy anything. I just kind of want to meet people and network out. I'd like to, I'd like to meet more goat people. Not to get more goats though. I'd like to meet more goat people so I could maybe find a good stud. I think that's what you'd call him. Well, a Billy that I would like to borrow him for his services. Yep, at one swap. They have them all over. They're not close to me. We have to drive quite a ways to get there, but I don't mind. That one where I was at, that was the very, very first one of the year. And that is always a small swap. And it's always so cold when we go there. We never have a good time because it's always so cold. Do they have those down where you're at, Kirby? I know you said something about the farmer's market. Up here, the farmer's market, they don't allow live animals to be sold. Do you like to go to them? The one that's my favorite, it's called the Ricetonian. It's in Ridgeland. It's about 2 hours away from me. I like that one because it seems like there are more home goods that are brought there. Lots of jellies and jams, cheeses, baked goods, essential oils. That's why I like that one. That's where you got your first chickens? Did you grow up on a farm? Or did you adult into it? When I was a kid, I grew up on a horse ranch. We had goats and horses. There were lots of animals, but it was primarily horses. And then we had a mudslide happen, and it took out the horse ranch. So life really changed after that. We went to a different ranch, and we started having goats and pigs for slaughter, and we had cows, but we would bring calves in. They had milk cows, but we would bring calves in and feed the calves, and then the calves would get shipped out pretty quick. I was a kid, so I don't quite, I didn't understand. Plus, I would spend the winters with my dad in Colorado, so I missed a lot of it. But life was really different. But the horses were still there, and we still rode and stuff, but life just changed. That was one question I always wanted to ask my aunt. Why did you guys change like that? It never bothered me because there were still so many animals around, and I always knew where our food came from. I actually think I liked the second ranch better. I felt like as kids we had a little more freedom. You feel like it's dying out, Kirby? I liked having them. I thought they were neat. But my homestead's too small for them. I don't have enough room for pigs. Bowser's barking at me. Oh, that's exactly how it is where I live. Beef farms and cattle farms. Cattle farms, sorry, dairy farms. Where I go to get hay, I've got to drive past some of the industrial dairy farms, and they break my heart. They do. I'm walking to go. I'm going to let Bowser come out. Okay, okay. Now, shh, be quiet. I'm such a beast. Yeah, there's lots of dairy farms here, but there's lots of... Across the street, there's a beef farm. There's lots of beef farms, too. What do you think of the mini cows, those little mini Highlanders and stuff? Those things are so cute. Hey, that's enough now. I told you to settle down. They're pretty cute, aren't they? You do? What exactly are they? You're in hiding? Okay, Raj. What exactly do they raise them for? Besides just to be cute and be pets. Shh. That's enough. I know I need to quit that. Because what he's doing is he's just telling predators that he's here. Just show. Yeah. They do lots of things like that anymore. Just to be cute. People ride horses down there, Kirby? Now, an impressive cattle has to be the Texas Longhorn. You have horse rides every other week. Up here, there's so many horses that just sit year after year after year in pastures. And they have a few good trails, places that people can bring their horses and go ride on trails up through the, to the river and stuff like that in the county that I live in. It surprises me that they just sit. I don't know if people are too busy. I don't know. But if I had a creature like that, it definitely wouldn't sit. I would utilize it. I grew up with them and I miss them. Miss them, miss them, miss them. When they're all hot and stinky, I miss that. That big dog's out there running the fence line barking with the little Pomeranian right behind him. Oh, that's funny. She has no idea she weighs all of maybe 8 pounds. You're in Mississippi, right, Kirby? I've always wondered why they never really promote the coast of Mississippi. Your coast has to be beautiful. I mean, it's the coast. There's an ocean. It's got to be beautiful. But they don't. Like, you see commercials or ads and stuff for tourism, and that's one thing they never show. Oh, maybe that's why they don't show it anymore. Are they doing anything to help it? The water's still yucky like that? And that's really sad. So no, I'd imagine that it's killed wildlife and sea life and plant life, and that'll take a long time to recover to come back, if ever, huh? It's better. That's good. Still sad that things like that happen. Yep. Just like here. The casinos and the alcohol. I heard what you heard. Mm-hmm. Okay. The sky is really clear tonight. When I look at it, it looks like it's giving you guys a terrible picture. So I hope not, because the sky's really pretty tonight. I'm so glad to be able to come outside and sit down and be outside and tolerate it. I am grateful when it was over. Dang, it was long and hard. I know my animals are happy it's over. Now I'm ready to get my fingers in the soil here. But that's in the greenhouse. And that's not at my house. About the end of May, I'll put in my garden. And I saw a neat idea for tomatoes, and I'm going to try that. Because I have to grow in containers. No, last frosts, we're still waiting. Up till the end of May. That's why earlier, I don't know if you were here or not, my friend and I are going to a big greenhouse tomorrow. And I'm not going to buy any flowers or vegetables because you got to bring them in and take them out and bring them in and take them out. Like tonight, it's going to get 20, I think it said 27. You know, you can't leave young plants out like that. And more times than not, you lose most of them, so I'll just wait. Maybe I'll buy a house plant. It depends. Yep, they sure do. And believe it or not, like the greenhouse I work at, we're getting ready to open in a week and a half. And people will flood in there, especially because Mother's Day is coming up. And Memorial Day. We always sell a lot of flowers the week before Memorial Day. But people will come and I don't understand it because they're seasoned gardeners. They know better. And they'll buy all kinds of stuff and then they come back and they say, well, it froze and the frost got them and I wasn't home on time or something like that. I don't understand it, but okay. It gives me a job. Yep. I'm going to do a lot of mine just from seed. Just put it in my little pots. It's just squash. Now my tomatoes, they're already at the greenhouse with a jump start. And my boss won't let me film in there. It really disappointed me. I thought she would let me. And she's just dead set against it. It's more her husband said no. And I can't sneak it because one, she watches my channel, and two, it would really make her mad. And they're good to me. I've worked for them for a lot of years, so gotta be a good girl. Can't sneak the phone in. Yeah. My seasons are short. You're already eating stuff out of your garden. You know, by the time he just barked right in my ear. You're already eating things out of your garden by the time I'm planting it. It took me a long time to get used to it. When I first started gardening, I lived in Arkansas. You know, we started a little bit earlier. It's a short season, but they're mighty seasons. Instead of trying to work on my livestock and stuff this year, that's where I want to put my focus. This spring and summer is in my garden. You'll be eating squash next week. I'm so jealous. I love summer squash. You got zucchini too? Well, I don't know if you would even consider the way that I grow anything being crops. Everything has to be in containers, and what I have tried to do is focus on things that are easy for me to store through the winter, like potatoes and squash and onions. This year I want to do more with tomatoes. I want to try something with cucumbers. I'm going to buy some caterpillars and get things up off of the ground. And I want to try some of my squash and cucumbers with cattle panels. I would like to try some beans too, but that would have to be with cattle panels also. And when I went to the store and priced them, they're up to $44. I wasn't expecting that. That's almost that's $10 higher than last year. Last year I did potato towers and that worked so well. I'm gonna do it again this year. I'm gonna do sweet potatoes, red potatoes, and I think Idaho's. Nala's right there. I don't know, you probably can't see her shadow. I'm gonna do peas this year. I went and got my seeds the other day. Yes. potato towers. You just put some stakes in the ground and make a round hoop. Last year I used 5-foot tall chicken wire, and I put down, what I used was hay out of the rabbit enclosure that'd been there throughout the winter, you know. I used hay, then I'd put soil, and I'd put the potatoes, then I'd put hay, soil, potatoes, and I just did that all the way up to the top of the chicken wire, and watered it and watered it and watered it, and I got potatoes. Lots of potatoes. Enough potatoes for enough white potatoes for the winter for me. I've got one more batch that I can make in there. One more good pot of fried potatoes. And it worked so well last year, I'm gonna do it again. Butter beans. Of planting potatoes. Yours are all in a row this year, right? No, wait a minute. Yours are in containers. Black containers, right? You'll only grow in containers. You do rows and containers. I'm hoping to have good luck with my garden this year. I did a lot of planning on it. The one thing I would love to grow is green beans. I love green beans. I could eat green beans every dinner. But I haven't figured out a good way to grow green beans. I thought about maybe a cattle panel. Well, Kirby, I think it's just me and you, and I'm tired. It's been a long day. And I have to go check on my client in the morning. And then I'm going to go with Brenda to the greenhouses. So I will chat with you later. Have a very good night. Be safe down there. Love your baby cows. Good night, hun. Sleep well, Kirby.